Hi everyone. This is a quick video just to remind some of you or show you how to enter your grades in your gradebook. So when you are in Skyward, I know everybody knows how to get here, but just in case, you're going to go to the teacher access and then click on my gradebook so you can find your classes. Once you see the list of classes, you're going to select the one that you want to work with. And from here, you can start adding columns. As you can see, I have a few of them already entered in here. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new one. And what you need to do is go to the Events menu right here on the top and then click on Add Event. An event is just an assignment. Each assignment it's going to be attached to one or multiple skills that you have for your classes. The first one you're going to see on the top, it's called Class Grade. This is one skill. We call it a skill, but it's really something that we need in order for us to calculate the omnibus grade for your class based on the formative and summative categories. Each assignment or event also is going to have a category, so you're going to get to choose if this is a formative or summative. By default, it's formative. They are in alpha order, so it's always going to say formative. If you need this event to be summative, then you have to change it. Don't change the skill from the top right here. If you need this event to be attached to computation and process, in this case for math, then do it down at the bottom. Attach it to computation or attach it to process or to both of them. But the first one that is there called class grade, you want to always have it selected. You're also going to enter a description. And you can select a different date here. It can be in the future or in the past. The grade mark. So you have the option to grade your event either using the letter grade scale or using the numeric grade scale. If you choose this one, then all your grades for this event need to be a letter. If you choose this one, then all the grades for this event need to be a number. So you cannot have like selecting the letter grade and then assign a number to the skill process for this grade. They're all going to be letters. Alright, so I'm going to choose numeric grades in this case. Some of you also like to use points. That's okay too. Just make sure that you put a maximum points for the event. What this is going to allow you is that if you set a number of points here, and then when you enter the grade, you can just enter the points that the student got correct, and Gradebook will calculate the percentage automatically. So let's say if the student got an 8 out of 16, the Gradebook will show the 8, but inside there is a 50 that is going to be used for the calculations. So you can use points as well if you want to. Once you choose points, I believe you cannot change this event anymore to do not use points. But anyway, it's up to you how you want to use this part. Okay, so also you're going to add the skills at the bottom, like I said at the beginning. And then you're going to either save it or you're going to go and save and score so you can enter the grades. In this case, because I assign it to both of my skills at the bottom, I get 3 columns. One is the overall grade for my event, and the other 2 is for each skill. So if the student got, for example, a 90 in computation, but not too good for process, then it's going to be up to me as a teacher what overall grade I'm going to give this student. Some teachers will think, well, the average will be probably the best option. It's true, but you can also say this kid's going to get a 90 no matter what for the overall grade. I want the student to have a 90. That's what deserves, because I know she's going to get this eventually. It's up to you what this grade is going to be. Now, when the event also has only have one skill attached to it, let's say I was not grading processing, just computation, then probably these 2 grades are going to be the same, most likely. I mean, why not? So anybody that had an 80 will have an 80 here. But in this case, because there's 2 columns, you have to think about what you're going to give them here for the final or class grade or for the omnibus grade. An average is usually a good decision, but it's up to you. You can save and get back to the gradebook. So you'll see my project column right here next to my class grade, and you also see it right here next to my computation, and you also see it right here next to my processing or process. So right now the student is showing a AE for the process skill because of all these grades. It is showing an ME for all this because of all these grades, and at the end it's going to show an 84 for the class, which is really an ME. So that's how you enter your grades. Also, once a quarter, you want to enter the life standards grades, which are here to the right. And all you have to do is click on the first cell, like this, and then assign a grade to all students. You can assign them all the same grade, or you can assign some grades individually like this. And then do your last one. And like I said, you want to do this once a quarter, and then at the end of the semester, you'll go and change for the second quarter. So you have quarter one, and then you have second quarter and third quarter. Right now, you're only seeing the first quarter on the screen. So if you want to see the second quarter, you'll go to display options. And this is very common when we switch to the next quarter, because some of you want to still see the first quarter and it won't show it anymore. So you go to display options, grade period display, and then here is where you select which quarters you want to see. You can even see them all on the screen if you want. So now I see my second quarter, and third and fourth. So in December, you're going to want to enter grades here for the life standards for the second quarter. Okay, another thing to look at, it's the comments. This is where you enter comments. I don't know if it's going to be required to enter comments for each quarter. We'll find out from Cindy, but this is where you go, and then you click on post comments on the right period, and then you enter the comments here. You can click on this little box to the right to make the screen a little bigger, or you can drag this little box right here and type in here. You can copy and paste from Word or from Google Sheets if you want to, from Google Docs. Just be careful and look at the end of your paragraph just to make sure that you didn't lose any text, because the number of characters in this box is limited. Okay, let's go back to the gradebook. And I think that's pretty much it. On my gradebook, I'm showing the category. If you also want to see this on your gradebooks, you're going to go to the display options, and then you're going to go to event display, and then down at the bottom there's an option here that says show category on the gradebook main screen. By default, this is not checked, so if you check that, you can either click on the second option or not. I had it checked, and that gives me my column in white and only the header in a color. But if you don't check it, it's going to show like this. So all of my green ones are formative, and all of my peach color, it's summative. But like I said, if you want to change that, sometimes it's too much color on the screen, you can check that box and it will show it with a white column at the bottom and just the color on the top. So it's up to you. Alright, well, I think that's it. If you have any questions, you can always let me know, and we'll go from there. Thank you.